And we are back with another episode of the Hockey Princess podcast. I am your host, the Hockey Princess. Guys, if you hear some really loud background noise this week, we can't help it. It's summer, the cicadas are out, and Krusty would rather become a Dead Wing fan than record inside during the summer. So we'll just have a little bit of spicy background noise this during this week's episode. Folks, just as a reminder, make sure to hit that like and subscribe on either Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, however you watch or listen to us ramble on a weekly basis. As I said a couple of episodes ago, we are beginning early. The season starts early, thus beginning my lecture to everyone of please, if you are going to a game this season, college hockey, NHL, P-Dub, whichever league you are going to, please wait for the whistle. Do not get up while the puck's in play. Please just wait to go find your seat if you are getting to your seat after the game has started. How you feeling, Krusty?
Krusty's all discombobulated.
Well,
Okay,
the end of
so
August will do that to you.
I'll try to. Yeah, all of a sudden, house stuff came all of a sudden, and that's
Mm,
why kids you don't procrastinate.
yes,
Then
excellent.
everything sneaks up on you. Oh
That is
gosh, the
true.
cicadas are even sounding a little softer.
Yeah.
My apologies to everyone. Maybe this will get my woman to build me my own smoking room.
Yeah.
But then I'm smoking all the time, and that's not good for us, is it, kids?
No, that's not good. Don't smoke, kids. It's
Don't
not
smoke.
good. Um,
Don't be crusty.
yeah, don't be crusty. Getting into the hockey world, as we've been saying every week the last couple of weeks, it's August. It's the slow season. We're done with the draft. We are done with free agency pretty much. There's still some signings that have not been signed yet, but it's a little bit quieter right now. But we've got an exciting thing coming up this upcoming Friday, and that is Z's last shift game. It's a game celebrating Zdeno Chara. You have a lot of, people that he played on Boston with. It's Team Boston versus Team World. And so Team World is kind of like his friends, other prolific players that have played when Chara played. You've got Patrice Bergeron, you've got Anze Kopitar, you have Marian Hossa, Yager. Uh, you have Robert Reichel, which is Lucas Reichel's, Krusty's favorite uncle. You have Michael Hanzus and David Pasternak. So it's a fun game. I believe Marian Hossa did his, gosh, 2 seasons ago. And there were a lot of Blackhawks that came out for that. So that is this upcoming Friday.
Is there no Dunk?
There is no dunk.
Okay, I heard a crazy rumor that Dunk was going to that too. I
I
guess that
also
was,
heard that rumor, but the roster says no dunk.
gosh, we are not going to be able to believe anything we read anymore, are we?
No.
Yeah. I think I'm
Maybe
going to
at
just.
one point, or maybe we all just had a collective hallucination.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to start reading the Sun Times all the time and just to have myself one publication that I can trust.
Yes.
Um, yeah, that should be pretty fun. I thought he already had a last shift. All I know is that man's in better shape than just about anybody I know.
That is correct.
For those who don't know, Z's been doing nothing but marathons and other thons and triathlons and so and I don't know how somebody that tall but I guess it's easier for him to run, isn't it?
Long legs.
Yeah, he's got long legs. It takes me like 4 strides to get to his one. So he's
Yeah.
just got it easier. That's why he's able to do it. Nom nom.
That's why. Not that the doctor said that you can't run.
The doctor did say I can't run. I don't completely understand that when I'm figuring that they want the hips to last.
Yeah.
So they're worried, and I'm sure I don't have a warranty. So, but good on Z. That should be super fun for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sure all of those guys love getting together like that. Especially now
That's
that
what you do when you're retired, right, Krusty? Is you go hang out with your friends whenever you want.
Yes, that is one of the things. Yes, one of my peeps came back into the country, so I get to go see him soon. But yeah, it's kind of what you do. Um, I think they all have more
There's no
friends than me,
man
though.
keeping you down, telling you can't hang out with your friends.
That's right. I hated when that man used to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you've got nothing but free time. But these guys all seem to be doing stuff all the time,
Yep.
which is key in retirement. Krusty will tell you. Even if it's mindless stuff, you just got to be doing something. You can't just plop down and watch that silly screen.
That is true. That is true. Um, so yeah, that is this upcoming Friday. Should be exciting. Speaking of the NHL world, Krusty, would you like to um, talk about the shirt that you're wearing?
Oh, the shirt, yeah. Basically, the reason I threw on the Johnny Gaudreau shirt, it was his birthday, I believe, last week. I don't think we
Mhm.
mentioned anything.
I don't think so.
I don't get a lot of that information, but my woman is a big follower of his wife. So there was a lot of posts and everything. And again, I'm only wearing it just, to keep him alive, everything that he meant to USA Hockey and to tiny hockey players throughout the world. So that's kind of why I have it on. That was the only reason.
100%.
So there it is again. I don't know if they still have these, but
I still
that's
have
him
mine in
and
my drawer.
his brother's number, which was 21.
I still have mine in my drawer. I wear it anytime I have to watch the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Well, they were big Birds fans.
Big. Oh yeah, go Birds. That's what they say.
They
Go
were they
Birds.
were big Go Birds fans. So if I, for those who don't know, I am not a big football person. I really don't know anything about football, but I do know some of the one of the three things that I do know are the Gaudreau brothers were Philadelphia Eagles fans. So anytime I do have to watch the Philadelphia Eagles, I wear my Johnny shirt.
Okay. Well, yes, that's
Um,
why the shirt's on.
yes. Christy, do you have anything NHL world that you would like to talk about before we jump to another league really quick?
I don't. Um. I don't know. Do you want to talk about anything in the league? I've been going down a rabbit hole. You want to talk about that?
Sure. That's what August is for. Rabbit holes.
Um.
Guys, I have no idea what this is going to be.
Cutter Gauthier.
Okay, never mind. I knew what this was going to be.
I don't know what's going on here. For your listeners who don't know, he's not in anything. He's a 10.2 RFA, which means no rights really whatsoever. I believe he just turned down a 4-year,
13 mil.
$13 million contract. So this is somebody who doesn't have enough NHL games to have complete rights, who wants to be paid at least what Connor Bedard is being paid. I don't see how that works in anybody's world.
I don't see it working, but it's August. I'm really bored, to be honest with you, Krusty. And if Cutter and the Anaheim Ducks want to just keep up some drama until the season starts, far be it for me to complain.
No, I think this is more than drama. I went
But
down.
it is drama.
Yes, it is drama. I went down the big rabbit hole because I want to know. They've offered him the contract.
Yeah.
Now they can take it back, right? And then just offer him 3 years at $8 million a year, and say take it or leave it. And what happens if he sits all year? I really believe this is going to drag on. And if the Anaheim Ducks get to a good start, he's not going to play all year. And through my research so far,
Guys, Krusty's been researching. This tells you that he is
yes, Krusty has
very
2 fantasy
fascinated by
football
this
drafts that he's
topic.
supposed to be getting ready for, and he's researching 10.2 RFAs. And what does it mean if they're not playing for a year?
In August.
In August. All right. Okay. Now we're just at the point he's got no life, and what are his core values and everything else? Okay.
Krusty, we are close to 300 episodes on this show. Our listeners are very aware that neither of us really have a life. We have long since passed on that, idea.
We're almost at 300 shows. Wow.
Yeah. We'll get to 300 shows by the end of 2026.
Okay, so we get back to how do I say it? Cutter Gauthier?
Gauthier.
There's just so many fascinating layers to this. He was traded for Drysdale because the Flyers were already aware that there was going to be problems. He did the usual, I'm not going to sign out of school unless you play me my 5 games to get me closer to contract time. But when you do that, you don't have any rights either. I think this might be a line in the sand for Mr. Verbeek. And I'm sure other GMs would be happy with it to stop the craziness. I am fascinated to see where this goes.
Yeah.
So that was my only other thing about the NHL world. I'm just very curious with it's fascinating me right now. It's fascinating, and I don't know why.
I think because it's the only piece of drama that we have. And I think the Anaheim Ducks are not, and it's not uncharted territory for the Anaheim Ducks to be involved in drama of, will this player be signed going into camp? We've seen it many times, sometimes with the same player back to back years or whatever, or at least semi-consistently. This is a pattern, plain and simple, for the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Verbeek is known as a tough negotiator. I get that portion of it. But that is a completely fair contract unless you really think you deserve Leo money, and then you might as well just blow that team up now.
Respectfully, no one deserves Leo money. I'm a fan of Cutter Gauthier, and I really don't want to say that so and so doesn't deserve money, because let's be plain and simple, they're all they're all NHL hockey players, and I can't skate. So far be it from me to nitpick on who deserves what. However, you can't ask for Leo Carlsson money.
No,
Connor Bedard isn't making Leo Carlsson money. You are not the number one center, and so I think you're going to run into issues demanding number one centerman money, especially when you have who I believe is a genuine number one center on your team. If Cutter Gauthier was on the Hawks or the Canucks or whatever, sure, but you actually have a number one center on your team. You can't go sniffing around for that same type of money.
Correct. And you're a wing. You're not a centerman. You're a winger. You don't do as near as much on the ice as I understand that you're a 40-goal scorer, but it's fascinating me. I see locker room problems if this does get solved, because you're in a situation where you're telling them, you need to trade 2 players so I can come here.
Right.
And he knows that. And he knows the 2 players who are seasoned veterans. It just, usually I am always on the player side. This one just has me splitting a little different.
I love the drama of it. Um, I also love with this, like, I believe we talked about this a couple of weeks ago when we first brought up Gautier's, you know, drama when it was first coming up. Um, this looks really good for our boy Lightning McQueen.
Yeah,
And I'm very intrigued to see, one, how long this goes on, and two, what does it mean for those, first handful of games if it is still going on? What if maybe Anaheim doesn't go like start out having a great start, but Lightning McQueen is up at the NHL level and he's doing very well. How does that kind of fit into
yeah.
everything?
I just don't know. There's a lot of layers. Again, Verbeek is also is known for bringing along people slowly. That's foreign concept to us here. So I am sure he would not like to bring up Lightning, but we've probably spent too much time on it. It's a rabbit hole I went down either this morning or yesterday.
I get if he doesn't want to bring him up, but there's a possibility that Lightning McQueen plays well enough in training camp and in preseason where, not to say that Pat Verbeek doesn't have an option, but it seems it's leaning more towards the smarter option. Sometimes it's not about what you want in August.
Correct. I'll give you that. Okay. Good call there.
Hope Lightning McQueen, is up in Anaheim because big fan.
All right. I don't think I have any other NHL news. I'm going to my app really quickly because you can tell how unbelievably unprepared I am. But let's see. No. Remix uniforms. We've already talked about that with your guy.
Yeah, we talked about that with Charlie.
And
all right, then we are.
Hold on. No. I got more.
Oh, you have one more. Christy has thoughts and feelings.
So the other Captain America is not signed. Fantilli is not signed.
I'm sorry. Wait, we're going to rewind that. Because we did not say that Adam Fantilli is Captain America.
No, the other there's one Captain America. She plays for, I can't remember who she plays for.
Right, Captain America plays for Detroit.
But the other Captain America I thought was Ryan Leonard.
Yes.
He is also unsigned. There's a lot of RFAs. There's a lot of craziness going. We'll talk more about it next week, so make sure you tune in.
I have faith in the Washington Capitals GM. It's fine.
Okay.
It's all fine.
It's fine. We're like 40 days away from opening day. Just letting everybody know.
We are way less than 40, I think.
We are not. It's the 19th, the 29th. Oh, hey, Hockey Princess might be doing some math. So if you see smoke, you know why.
We're 48 days. When this comes out, we'll be 47 days.
Okay. All right, what else are we going to talk about? Sorry that I'm bumping around here.
Hey, that's what August is for. We're going to jump away from the NHL and head over to the USHL really quick. Just because we really haven't talked about the Chicago Steel since we announced last year that they were moving from the Fox Valley Ice Arena closer into the city, and they will be at the Blackhawk Ice Center, which I gotta say, I walked around that. The rink is pretty nice. It's really nice to not have to sit on like concrete bleachers for a game. My heart still goes out to fans that, we're in closer proximity to the Fox Valley Ice Arena and maybe won't be able to get to as many games now, but the rink's nice. But we're going to talk about the Steel really quick because their hockey season is fast approaching. Their preseason, their first preseason home game is in a couple of weeks on Friday, September 4th. I will be going because to see hockey in September that is not training camp sounds great to me. They have their fall classic, which is a lot of the USHL teams kind of all playing in one area, which is going to be at the Blackhawk Ice Center, is the weekend of September 19th. And then their season begins on the road on the 2nd, and then their first home game of the regular season is on October 3rd. For any of our listeners that enjoy watching hockey, but are unable to get to Blackhawk games, choose not to go to Blackhawk games. NHL prices are never getting any cheaper. I highly recommend going to a Steel game. There is truly not a bad seat in the house. I believe it's maybe 20 rows at most on one side, and then it's even less on the other side. There's not a bad seat in the house if you just want to watch some up close hockey. I believe the cheapest tickets are about 15 and the most expensive tickets are maybe 30. So it's definitely more budget friendly than going to a Blackhawk game or even a Wolves game or an Ice Hogs game by far. And they usually play on the weekends because they are tiny tots.
That's right. They need to be in school or doing something, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But I just wanted to plug them really quick because they're just down the street from the United Center. Their season is fast approaching, and it's still fun hockey.
It is. It's kids trying to figure it out again. We've talked a lot on this show. We saw Macklin Celebrini playing for the Steel. Seen some other pretty good players.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. They're young. They're trying to figure it out. You got other ones that are, it might be their last shot at actually playing.
Yeah.
And they don't want to give up that dream. So it's good stuff.
It's very good stuff. It's also very fun. I would say the second half of the year because I think the USHL has grown quite a bit. I want to say in the last 10 years, and there's usually a decent handful of kids every year that are going into their it is their draft year, and they are playing at the USHL level. So if you're a draft nerd like me, go to a Chicago Steel game. Or if not, just go to a Chicago Steel game because it's fun and more family friendly, budget friendly. The rink is very nice. You're not taking out a mortgage payment trying to get tickets up close.
Correct.
All right, Christy, you got anything before we jump to an ad break?
An ad break? Okay. Oh, I said okay way too soon. Sorry about that, everybody. Hold on.
Hold on. I gotta hold on.
Oh, she's got to hold on. Oh, we're having slight technical difficulties.
No.
All righty. It all comes down to this. We have baseball going on. You have preseason football. You have motorsports. You can bet on every batter, probably every pitch. You're going to have football coming up soon, college football. And DraftKings has you covered every step of the way. The DraftKings Sports app is now available in all 50 states, including all markets. Sweat every pitch, every snap, every shot. New DraftKings customers sign up with code THPN, spend $5 and get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code THPN in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, bet text pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Void in Ontario. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Sportsbook bonus bets expire in 7 days. $50 in predictions dollars issued weekly for 3 weeks expire in 1 year. Redeem one non-withdrawable reward. Availability varies. Predictions offer void in New York. Ends June 28. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
We've got some things. Some things to talk about. Christy has some thoughts. I have some thoughts. Christy, do you want me to go first or you want to go first?
Why don't you go first?
All right. Well,
I'm trying to temper my angst.
Christy was heated yesterday. But just kind of a recap, with the Blackhawks, we talked, free agency has died down. We still have 2 contracts that have yet to be signed. And that is your Ethan Del Mastro and your Kevin Korchinski. And Christy, I had the question of when do you think those kids are going to be signed?
I don't quite understand why they're not signed yet. I would assume that means I'm sure they're looking at the trade market, especially for core. I am sure they're not going to like what they're going to get. So I don't know what the hang up would be. Possibility of, I'm sure the players want a one-way contract, meaning they get NHL money no matter which league they are playing in. And that's kind of a sticking point. Why it isn't done yet, I really don't know. When you sent me that, I'm like, the only thing I can think of is the player wants a one-way, stating that if he goes down to the Rock, he still gets his NHL contract, which would be whatever the minimum is, $800. I would assume that's a sticking point. Again, being just an RFA and no arbitration rights, you don't have a lot of rights. You're kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm still definitely in the same boat that you are, of confused. To be honest, I thought that I missed it. Like, I was checking the trade tracker before we started earlier today, just to make sure that there wasn't anything that I missed in this downtime, anything that got, that I just didn't pay attention to. And I, honest to goodness, thought that they already had been signed and I just missed it. So yeah, still 2 to keep an eye out for, which is EDM and Kevin Korchinski. Christy, I can keep going, or do you want to jump in with your feelings?
All right. I'm trying not to get too angry, but I did call the hockey princess yesterday, and told her I wanted to bring back Krusty's Corner for an episode.
It's early to bring back Krusty's Corner.
It's early to bring back Krusty's Corner, and management, I thought, at least did a pretty good job with the Centennial stuff, and I thought they might be turning a corner.
Fool you.
But they're not. I was informed by my ticket rep, and I understand that this is petty, and I understand, people might.
You are privileged to have this complaint.
Yes, but Jamie Faulkner came out in her first interview, and a general quote, or the theme of it, she was shocked and appalled that season ticket holders didn't get the giveaways. She was shocked and appalled. So she said, we're going to change that. We're going to make sure that our loyal season tickets, because they're the backbone, they get their giveaway. And the way they proceeded with that is they basically only gave away 4 things. Fast forward to last year, where they had some decent giveaways because of the Centennial year, and I was then told that it's not 1 per seat, it's 1 for as many tickets as you have. and I'm sure there's a lot of decent season ticket holders that have 4 seats. That meant they only got one giveaway for the 4 seats. So, I didn't see anything info-wise from my ticket rep or anything else, so I sent off an email saying, usually I check a box saying that's what I want or whatever, and my ticket rep said they're doing away with that. But at some point in time during the year, I will have the opportunity to buy the giveaways. So they'll put a price on that and tell me to pay for all the giveaways, but I'll be able to do that. So Jamie, you're right back in the corner. I understand that this is the way everybody does business. It's like this, and they're just talking to the wall. I want accountability. I want to put her feet to the fire. I've calmed down a lot. I understand it's all silly. But just come out and say it just doesn't matter. Or you can even just go as far as to say, hey, at least you people in the 300 level, I could care less about you. Okay, we know what you pay, and it's a lot less than somebody in the 100 level. However you need to go with it. But I would like some form of explanation from her as to why they're in this terrible business model where they are scraping for dollars. That's all I really have to say about it, but Danny's doing a good job of acting like Dollar Bill, and wanted to give him props that, you're following in Grandpa's footsteps. I was trying not to be that mean either. Then okay. Again.
Christy, do you feel better now that you've aired your grievances?
I feel a little better. That is one of the huge perks of this show is I don't like the double speak about it. That's all. And the fact that I know fully, had I not sent an email, nothing would have been said about it until mid-season.
Right.
Show it. I'm just looking for that much respect. That's it. As I've said on this show before, I know you've got me. I'm going. I'm giving you the money, so I'm the fool. I understand that. So people don't write in saying I'm the fool. I know I'm the fool, okay? Let's carry on.
Okay, we're going to carry on to... I forget when this news came out, to be honest. But we're going to talk about watching the games. Some announcements that have come up with that because the Chicago Blackhawks, or CHSN, has announced that CHSN is going to be on Amazon Prime. Guys, it's all fixed. It's going to be on Amazon Prime for an added purchase. This is not, if you have Amazon Prime, it is looped into your Amazon Prime subscription. It is an additional payment. To my understanding, you can still watch it just straight up on the CHSN app. To my understanding, gosh, I really hope you can, because that's how I watch games. That was my agreement. I just didn't like the way, I thought it was ridiculous the whole way that it was advertised, that this is some great thing, that now you aren't going to have to pay $20 a month, which also, having to pay $20 a month is insane. Is absolute for any streaming subscription, let alone a sports subscription that, there may not be something on every day. If I'm paying $20 a month, I want multiple games. I want to be able to go back and watch old games. You should be given everything if you're paying that much. So I thought the whole thing was a little ridiculous. To any of our listeners that also think it's a little ridiculous, may I recommend the Flow Hockey subscription. If you are not committed to the NHL, I am a big fan of the Flow Hockey subscription. It's the one that I've been using for the past couple of years. They expanded the leagues that are covered in it. There's two different options. You can get the monthly, which is a little bit pricey, or just the annual and just pay it all up front, and it comes down to about $12.99 a month, which I think is a lot more reasonable for streaming services. You are going to get AHL, ECHL, all of the CHL, the Canadian Hockey League. So you're getting the Q, you're getting the O, you're getting the W, you're getting USHL, other kind of lower tiered, kind of like UA, AAA sort of things. And it's also not specific to hockey. You can also watch different college sports on that subscription as well. So I just wanted to plug Flow Hockey, just because I like their subscription. I like everything that I can watch. You can also go back and watch whatever game, even, if it's March, you can go back and watch a game from a couple of months ago. It's still there. Everything is saved, so you don't have to watch things immediately or live. Um, so yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Okay, well, Krusty has I don't know if other people do this, but I've got a problem like reading things properly. So, usually on this show, we don't have any idea what we're going to talk about. Occasionally, Hockey Princess will send me off bullet points, and as I quick read, thought that they were going to be on Flow TV, the CHSN.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, now that works perfectly. Now that becomes affordable because of all the other things you have. But you're telling me, no. It's just that they'll be on Amazon Prime.
For an additional subscription.
So that means, all right, we're going to walk through
You're
this.
paying more. But I believe you can also just watch it on CHSN.
So I've got Amazon Prime. But I won't get that unless I give Amazon Prime like some extra money.
You're giving, my understanding, you're giving CHSN the money. It's kind of like adding Paramount to your Amazon account.
Okay. So instead of going through their app, you're going to go through Amazon's. So I guess the way that sounds to me is people out of market then
Can watch.
will be able to get it.
Yes.
Because right now you can't get it if you are out of market.
If you're out of market, you will be able to get it, but you're essentially going to have to pay more money than people in market.
Correct. And also, as we've discussed, and I am positive we are not the only podcast that is talking about the craziness that is, and even CHSN, they don't carry all the games. There's 20-something games that they don't show.
Yep.
So we have to have ESPN, and we have to have TNT, and we have to... It's getting out of hand. I get it that it's getting out of hand, but we're all still paying. And as I've said before, this is how the players are getting their payday. This is how the cap is going up. It boils right down to nickeling, diming us. And I don't know where you go with that. It's utter craziness. But
go old school.
Huh?
That's what I say. Let's all cancel all of our streaming subscriptions, except for Flow Hockey, because, guys, I'm going to have to watch Rockford. And go old school. Just listen to it on the radio, and let's see an entire season of nobody paying for streaming subscriptions.
But we can't do it.
Go back to the radio.
I can't do it. I'm hooked. I can't do it. And I go to half the games.
As somebody who watches away games on mute, I think I'd rather just listen to the radio.
Yeah, everybody's got to find their place in this. It does seem a little crazy. I've talked about on this show also. Football's no different.
Yeah.
And I've been done with that. I'll go to a bar for a football game then,
Yeah.
instead of paying. That's also the place you can go. I don't know when this ends, but hockey season's coming.
But
So we
hockey
got that
season
to
is
look forward to.
coming. Guys, get your Steel tickets, get your Flow Hockey subscription, because if you're just wanting to just watch hockey, I highly recommend Flow Hockey. You are going to get the most amount of games for your buck. You are going to get more than 5 leagues and pay $12.99 a month.
Yeah, and I mean, if you like younger hockey and you want to see a bunch of the Chicago prospects and everything, that's a very, very nice setup.
I mean, I
No doubt
just
about
love it for the sheer, the Ice Sox play Friday night. I am unable to watch. I can go back on Sunday or Monday and watch it just fine. And it's not like a, hockey game in 30 minutes or something that's like spliced together of just highlights. You get the full thing. You get everything. You get Dana Gray and, Paul Ledwinski when he was, with doing the play-by-play and everything, because that's what they had him do while he was out with injury. You get, the games that Hammy plays in between the periods. You get it all, and I can watch it a couple of days later.
Yeah. I had a thought, and
You
it just
did. You were giving me a face.
I know, and then it completely plopped
I
out.
get everything
You
from
get
this. I get the.
it plopped back in. I hope everybody, watching was able to see that. It was really beautiful. Brings me back to another crusty point. That's all it did. Is I'm pretty sure most people are only watching condensed games, and I know that's on the NHL app or whatever. But I am pretty sure that's how people are commenting on hockey. That they watch a quick condensed game, and that's their opinion then, which I don't have a problem with people watching condensed games, but then don't act like you've seen the game, because there's plenty of more that happens. There, that sounded really rude too, didn't it?
I mean,
I'm going to be happier next week.
Yeah. I mean, I think that isn't just the case in hockey. I mean, you have that in, not to take it back to motorsports, but it is the summer, and that's what I'm thinking about when I'm not thinking about hockey. But, they have the full race that you can watch for F1 and race in 30 minutes. And I will sit and watch the full 2 hours unless Charles Leclerc DNFs or something, Well, no, really, the only reason that I'm going to stop watching a race is if Charles Leclerc DNFs, or you can watch the 30 minutes. And there are people that will watch both. But I do think it's very different watching one over the other.
Yes, and full disclosure, I am guilty. I've downloaded the MLB app, and I do usually watch the quick condensed game of the Sox from the day before. So I'm just as guilty. Shame.
Which, Sox win today.
Sox win?
Sox win today.
Good grief. Yeah, 2 close ones that they lost. You can't get swept by those silly Cubbies. And Patrick Kane, I expect to see you in a Sox jersey at some point in time, okay?
Yeah, what was that? Like, sir...
Oh, you described it perfectly. His kids playing catch with Cubby and everything. That man is going to thoroughly enjoy his next 2 years here.
Yes.
He has celebrity status, and PK3, I think, has uber duber celebrity status. He will be the biggest rock star at every Hawks game.
Oh, yes.
At some point in time, everybody just goes, the heck with certain rules, and everybody wants a picture with them. Hey, can I get a picture with you?
Gosh, I hope not. That is
Because
a
it's
child.
PK3. Oh, we've seen PK3 all duded up. I think PK3 would be all fine with it. Let's end on that happy note.
We're going to end on a happy note. Guys, as we keep saying, hockey season is coming. Next week, we will start our predictions. I know what you're thinking. Hockey Princess, that's so early. It is, but Krusty and I have learned that tackling one division per week is good. There was one year where we tried to do the entirety of the Western Conference, and we just got lost talking about Jason Robertson for 15 minutes and then had to rush through other teams. So that way we're able to talk about each team and kind of break down everything. So we do one division a week. So for the next 4 weeks, we will be covering each division. And then usually, I want to say during like the All-Star break or the Olympics last year is when we will revisit our predictions to kind of see, what crazy predictions did we have? How right were we? How wrong were we? So we will start with that next week. And then by the time those 4 weeks are done, we will be going into training camp. That will not be the entirety of our episode, but just a heavy segment. So next week we will be breaking down the Atlantic Division. Should be very fun. Just as a reminder, folks, make sure to hit that like and subscribe on either Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, however you watch or listen to us ramble on a weekly basis. Krusty, do you have anything before we go?
I got a quick question.
Sure.
Will we be ranking the division then, or is that for later episode?
Like how we normally, like 1 through 8?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I got to do a little homework. Okay. Krusty's good with
We've
it.
got homework for next week's episode. That is all, and we will talk at you guys next week.